Hello, this is Karen Yaboa Norman, owner of Pros for MPs. Today on Highlighting the MP, I have adult gerontological nurse practitioner Atiya Lamptey,
Yes.
who is joining us today. She is
Hello.
the owner of the Olive Branch Wellness Center in Somerset, New Jersey. So today I am interviewing her at her practice, and she's just going to teach us, about some entrepreneurship today and how her practice is going. Thank you, Atiya, so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
Thank you.
you. So your practice is called Olive Branch Wellness Center.
Yes.
What made you choose that name?
So again, thank you for having me. I'm excited about this interview and to share the awareness about my practice and my approach to caring for my patients. So Olive Branch came from the idea of wanting to extend myself out to the community in which I am serving. Somerset is very near and dear to me. I've been a resident of Somerset for about 35 years.
Wow.
So definitely invested in the community and wanted to be able to share all of, what my experiences over the last 23 years has been able to provide in terms of patient care and just being able to serve. So that is basically where the idea of Olive Branch came from, is wanting to be an extension and being available to Somerset, as well as Central Jersey, as well as New Jersey, period, or anybody else who's seeking out a trusted provider.
That's a beautiful name and focus.
Thank you.
You've been a resident of Somerset for 35 years?
Yeah.
Wow, my age. That's a long time.
Yes. We moved out here. I'm a native of East Orange, New Jersey.
Okay.
And so yeah. Just being parents wanted a different environment for us, so we brought us out here.
Okay. And tell us about the services you offer.
Yeah, so we are primary care with a focus of holistic approaches to treating chronic conditions. We also provide I'm so sorry. We provide physicals. Thank you. Okay. We provide physicals, urgent care. If anybody's dealing with any type of specific disorders, sleep disorders, hormonal imbalances, stress, we definitely are available for that. We're also a transition home for medical home for pediatric patients. Once they age out of their pediatrician's office, this will be a great place for them to come and establish a medical home here.
Awesome. So what ages? Is it like 21 to up?
So we're able to see patients 12 and up.
12 and up. Okay.
But yeah, if there's a pediatric patient, some pediatricians, they age out their patients at either 21 or 22, 23, sometimes 24, depending on that specific practice. But yeah, once they hit that cutoff point for their pediatrician's office, this will be a great place for them to establish care here.
Awesome. Okay. And when did Olive Branch Wellness Center open?
So we opened up officially September 3rd of 2024.
Okay,
so almost 1 year. We're excited. It's definitely been a journey, but we've done some great work. And developing relationships within the community is key. Is key for sure.
Nice. Awesome. So how many patients do you see on average per week, per day?
So as we're growing, since we're a new practice, we generally see, it could vary from day to day, but we're starting between like 5 patients a day. So, typically around 25 to 30 patients a week.
Okay.
Yeah, to start up. Yeah. To start. Yep. That's where we are right now.
All right, great. And how are patients finding you?
So they're finding us Google, insurance companies, but a lot of word of mouth is, definitely referrals from my patients is how we're getting our referrals, how we're getting our patients in.
Word of mouth is key.
Yes.
Closed mouths don't get fed. So
There
you gotta market yourself.
That's definitely. And because of the care that we do provide, our patients, they don't mind referring us. They love to refer us out, especially to family, friends, coworkers. That's generally how we're getting people in, is because of they want to refer, due to the care that they receive. They want to be able to extend that out to the people that they know.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. Good. Yeah, that's awesome. And then I see you got like 5-star Google reviews on Google, so that's awesome. That's another way to market yourself.
Yeah, definitely grateful for the responses and the feedback that we've received from our patients. Or steady trying to make sure that our patients, and customer service is key here, making ourselves available so that they can leave those reviews, or they can feel like their needs are being met at all times. So yeah.
Awesome. What EMR do you use, and what are the pros and cons of the EMR?
Yeah, so we use Elation Health.
I never heard of the Elation Health.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not. I think that they haven't been around for about 10 years. Okay. Really, like the pros about the EHR is the templates that they have. The preset templates are really great. They also have AI Scribe right now.
Oh, nice.
Which is extremely helpful. We originally were on paper.
Oh, really? When you opened your own paper?
First, yeah, because we were trying to make sure that we selected the correct EHR that was going to work for our practice. As you know, that there's EHRs that just are specific for various specialties. So whether you're psych, whether you're PT, anesthetics, primary care. So this one, it pretty much encompasses, a good range of templates. They pre-fill a lot of the templates for you in terms of like the structure. They have a database for the CPT and ICD-10 codes, so we didn't have to input anything in. Okay. They already came pre-filled in the EHR. I really like the telehealth feature that is within the EHR as well. It's once the appointment is made, it sends out the links to the patient, so we don't have to worry about that. They have a pretty decent customer service, I would say. They're really big on helping new, smaller practices grow their practice. So lots of information they have available in the library, as well as you can book a one-on-one appointment with their growth management team, one of the growth management team members. And I think that for the most part it does what it's supposed to do.
What's the cost, like a month?
So the cost, it ranges depending on the need. Of course, more features you add. The basic package it doesn't include AI or telehealth, so that was an added on feature that we had to take on. Yeah, we had to add. So the cost for the basic EHR was $650
a month. Oh wow!
It was $650 a month, but again, I like the workflow of it. Looking at like the Athenas, the Epic, Advanced MD.
Advanced MD is horrible.
Yeah,
I don't.
No,
is horrible.
It
so
was
CMR reviews.
It was definitely it was more expensive. As well as if we incorporated the billing, which we do the billing in-house, so that's
in the EHR.
Okay, yeah, we do it in-house, so that we don't have to incur that cost for the billing. But yeah, they wanted to take a percentage of the revenue, which it just for us, as a new practice, every dollar counts.
Of course.
So we're handling and manning the billing aspect. So that comes with its pros and cons as well. But for the most part right now, as we're growing, it's working for us.
Nice. Okay, awesome. And does it include like fax or text messaging?
Yes, so it includes fax, no text messaging.
Okay.
But the EHR, the fax line, and the built-in templates, we had to add on the AI scribe, which was an additional $200, and then the telehealth was an additional $25.
Okay.
Yeah. So they'll work out a package with you if you do, include all of those things to help with the ramp up of your business. So that was helpful. Okay. Yeah.
Thanks for the information.
Yeah.
Good to know. And what was the process like looking for your physical office?
Yeah, so that was definitely, I would say it was a no-brainer for me, Karen, because I knew I needed to be close to home. And I know that initially I started out, the reason, for selecting this location was because it is handicap accessible. You want that. Had tons of parking, was close to the highway. So, it was definitely easy for people to find the building, find the location. And like I said, for me to be close to home was essential. I have small kids, not small kids, but I have children. And, just being close to home was, that was something that was important to me when I was looking for this place. So, I actually used to work in here for another company. I used to be a camp nurse, and the headquarters for the camp is downstairs on the first floor. So I was familiar with the building. Again, it's really close to my house. So when I started looking, I was looking all over the place, but just honing in back on the fact that I really wanted to be close to home. Reached out to the property manager, and they were really, really nice and accommodating, and they really wanted to support me and my business entrepreneurship. So allowed us to come and just very, very they're very flexible with the things that we need, the demands. This office was completely empty. I know I needed a sink. They were willing to accommodate us for us to be able to bring in a sink into the office. So that's, essentially how we came here. And we love it. It's a great location. It's a clean building.
I like that it has, this medical building has like 60 offices. Yes. So it's just nice where you could just go next door to network with people and promote your practice. So I do like that.
Absolutely. So definitely that's, there's Keller Williams, that is the real estate company. Okay. They somehow, this was last year sometime, one of their agents, was doing like a holiday fundraiser and came over. They had actually saw someone post about our practice being here. They came over to meet us, and we did a wellness event for them. Nice. At their holiday party. Yeah.
What was that like? What'd you guys do?
So we talked about a topic. I talked about sleep hygiene.
And the importance
of sleep hygiene, because that's something that anybody can relate to, right? We all live stressful lives, at different times that, sleep could be an issue, or a lack of sleep can be an issue. So they were very welcoming, and we've established a relationship with them, as well as the company downstairs, the home care company, Home Instead. We've established a relationship with them. So definitely, having an opportunity to network with other businesses has been a blessing for us here.
Yes, establishing a partnership with other brands is key to being an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
And did you find this practice like on a specific website? When you were looking for a building?
So what I did was I just did a Google search.
Okay.
For medical offices.
Okay.
And once when I did the Google search and I saw 220 Davidson Avenue, I'm like, I know that building. I know that it's close, and I know that it is a clean, well-kept building. I felt really safe, just from my previous experiences. And, that was something that was important to me as well as a woman entrepreneur.
Of course.
Feeling safe is important.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Awesome. And have you hired any staff at your practice?
So currently now we have our business operation manager who mans all of the administrative aspects of the practice, the credentialing, contracts, negotiations with external vendors or external businesses. We're looking to partner soon with a medical assistant school that will provide us medical assistants to do their clinicals here. So that will be something that we're looking forward to. And I just added on a administrative assistant / medical scribe who just recently joined, and she's been an essential, just great for helping me with all of the in office needs for when the patients come in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Good for you. Mm-hmm. So overall, how do you think the practice is going, and where do you would like to see Olive Branch Wellness look like in 5 years?
So that's a great question. Mm-hmm. I think that we are on target. The things that we've been able to accomplish thus far with being a new business, we've established some really healthy and crucial relationships. I believe we just did New Jersey Jerk Festival a couple weeks ago, which really gave us a lot of exposure.
How was that? Yeah,
it was really, really nice. We provided the first aid for the Jerk Festival, as well as we were able to market our practice too. So we did blood pressure screenings. We provided education on hypertension, diabetes, hyperlipidemia, as well as we had other resources available for anyone who wanted to come to our tent. We were very busy with the kids. We had a clown, we had face painting, so that was another added marketing piece that attracted people with families. Mm-hmm. So we are a center that that cares for the whole family,
not just one patient.
Yeah, not just one just one person, the whole family. And so really looking to continue to make ourselves more visible, so that people know. Many people are in search of a African American provider. African American providers are definitely few and far between right now. And so having a provider that you feel comfortable with, that you can trust, and that you can really establish a relationship with, I think is key, because when those aspects are missing, it really causes a barrier to that patient and provider relationship. So I think that, we are on target with, really connecting with our patients, and, providing the availability for them, in terms of, what they want and what they're looking for in a provider. In 5 years, we're definitely looking to grow. Mm-hmm. Looking to expand, definitely offer more services. I am hoping to get into to start to provide IV hydration as another added service for my patients, as well as I would love to add a mental health provider. Wink, wink. Of course.
Call me girl when you're ready.
I would love to add that to my list of services for my patients. I think that coupling the physical and the mental health it just encompasses what, total whole wellness looks like for a practice. So that would be fantastic to do. I would love to have, whatever it is that God has for us to do. We're willing, and we are, we're just available, for whatever that looks like. We just, I would love to have some more staff, and the need to have more staff, right? And so how you do
can
that
hire another nurse practitioner, girl. You could.
No, you're right. Mm-hmm. You're right. Listen, it's coming.
Whatever, God lead the way. But, thank you for being a representation for the African American community. Oh, and just tell us about what are your hours in operation?
Oh, yeah. So we have our normal hours of operation are Monday, oh my gosh. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is from 9 to 4. Tuesdays and Thursdays are late nights typically, but we have some summer hours that Mondays and Fridays will be our late nights. We'll be open until 7, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday we're open till 4. So just for the summer, we're going to be doing just switching the hours up a little bit.
So late nights, and do you offer any weekend hours?
So Saturday by appointment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Saturday by appointment.
So Saturday by appointment, definitely. But Monday through Friday, we're actually here for walk-ins, and then on Saturdays is by appointment.
Good to know. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
And some holidays. So
Oh, really? You're opening on holidays?
Yeah. Listen, we want to be available.
Oh, okay.
You can't be available if the doors is closed.
That's true. Okay.
We also offer telehealth. If there is a need, for minor conditions, cough, cold, if there are,
like symptoms,
exactly,
like that.
Exactly. If there's, any skin conditions that are, really not, that are chronic, we'll do telehealth. So that's also an option for patients if they can't come in to the physical location.
Awesome. So weekend hours, late night hours, in person, and telehealth.
Yes.
Okay, great.
All that.
Great. And then my last question is, what are the pros and cons of being a nurse practitioner in private practice? And if you had to go back in time, what would you redo?
So pros and cons of being a nurse practitioner
in private practice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I definitely love the autonomy.
Okay.
I love being able to work my own hours. Mm-hmm. I love having the flexibility that having my own practice avails. I definitely, I love the opportunity to be able to not be so much on a time constraint.
Yes, especially when you're working for someone, 20-minute visit, 15-minute
visit. So, I love being able to, have extended visits so that I can establish a relationship with my patients, that's really, important. Getting to know them, to know really the dynamics of, their everyday and things that are important to them. And what could be potentially impacting their overall health or a specific condition. I really appreciate the relationships that I've been developing with my patients, and I think that also just helps to make me more committed to providing the care for my patients that I would want someone to provide for me and my family. Mm-hmm. What do I say about cons? I think being an entrepreneur is
not for the weak.
It is not for the weak at all. It is not for the weak at all. I think that I was a little naive to some of the initial aspects to starting a business. They don't teach you business in school as a nurse, and I think that's definitely something that future programs may want to, or current programs may want to consider. For the nurse practitioners, including an entrepreneurship business course.
I would have loved that.
To, you know, to help you to just learn and understand some of the basics of, you know, owning a business, finances, how to, you know, do a budget, how to, you know, things that you need to consider, you know, if you wanted to go into private practice for yourself, grant writing, loan options, business loans, you know, and just developing, you know, your mindset to think as a business owner, I think is important, because nurse practitioners, they go into practice because they want to be able to, you know, provide a higher level of care. You know, many nurse practitioners, that is a desire of theirs to own their own business. So it's important to have that foundation to be established initially, so that when you go into it and you do, at least you have a general knowledge of how to navigate through some of those unexpected challenges. Unexpected challenges. So I think that is, you know, a con to just not really having, you know, you got to do your research. You got to, you know, have a good understanding of, you know, a lot of key elements, right? The EHR is big. You know, there's so many of them out there, and, you know, having the your knowledge as a regular nurse, or not a regular nurse, but a RN is different. You know, the expectations and responsibility as an owner, an entrepreneur, you know, looking at, you know, some of the overhead costs that, you know, are essential to operating your practice. Another con, I think, is just the insurance.
Yes, insurance is a pain.
The road to insurance credentialing, you know, it is. I definitely didn't, you know, anticipate or factor it in at all when, you know, I began my journey as a independent practice nurse practitioner. So just really establishing that, I wish that if I could do anything differently, that was your question, I would have started that process a lot earlier.
Yeah, it just takes a long time. And the thing is, like, with the economy now, a lot of people don't want to pay. They want to use their insurance.
They don't want to pay. And what I've been finding is that, you know, because of what's happening, you know, just in healthcare period, the many of the insurance companies are not, you know, they're not reimbursing what they were previously reimbursing
in the past.
And so that is also impacting, you know, your general revenue. If you're not a specialist, you know, if I could do something differently, I would probably specialize, you know, in a specific area, more, whether it's cardiac or whether it was dermatology and aesthetics.
You could still take a course to do
that. I'm thinking about that, or even, you know, to become a psych nurse practitioner. You know, I would have done some. I'm done though. Okay. He's
like, let's get through the
seriously. Okay, I mean, for the last 10 years, I've been in school. Okay, so I think for right now, it would be continuing education, but it wouldn't be something that is, I will not right this second. If the Lord says differently, then I will obey. But as of right now, we're going to make this work, and we're going to continue providing, you know, quality healthcare that will have people wanting to come in, and we won't have a shortage of anything.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time
today. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate your time. If you're looking for a primary care provider in the Somerset area, please check out Olive Branch Wellness. It's off of Davison Avenue in Somerset, New Jersey. And just tell us your website.
So our website is www.olivebranch-wellness.com. You could also find us on Instagram, Facebook. You can just come to 220 Davison Avenue in Somerset. We would love to service you here. You will definitely be welcomed, and you will be pleased with the services that you get here at Olive Branch.
Check her out. I highly recommend.
Thank you. Thank you.